Good morning. As you can see, it's a nice snowy spring morning here in northern Nevada. Today, I have some cleaning to do, and I also want to do a cut flower garden this summer. So even though it looks like winter outside today, I'm going to try to get those bulbs started. This will be the first time I attempt to start a cut flower garden, so we'll be doing this together. Before I jump into everything I have planned today, first I want to lay this mat down since it is snowing outside. I don't want the dogs to get mud in the house. Speaking of dogs, I noticed their water bowls were empty. They must have been so thirsty last night. So I'm filling those up for them. And then I told myself, just finish the dishes from last night and then your reward will be a coffee. Oh, and there's Camel. Good morning, Camel. This sourdough loaf right here is the same loaf of bread that I made last week in my previous Clean With Me and homemaking video. It's a whole wheat sourdough loaf. I have two starters. I have like a all-purpose, like a white bread starter, and then I just made this all wheat, not all wheat, but whole wheat starter. So yeah, I used that to make the loaf of bread last week, so check out my video. All right, so now I'm moving on to make one of my favorite breakfasts. I feel like I eat it multiple times a week for many, many years. It's over medium eggs with toast. I just use some salt and pepper on them and cook them. I flip them and then you cook the white all the way through, but the yolk is still runny. But you'll see here coming up that things got a little chaotic. For some reason, I was like, oh, if I don't have to use my spatula, I can just put it away. It won't be dirty. So I was trying to like viciously shake the pan right here to try to unstick it from the side. But I gave up. I was breaking the eggs, you can see. So I grabbed the spatula and I fixed it, but The damage was already done. So when I went to flip the eggs, it was just chaos and I broke one of the yolks. And yeah, it's okay. They still turned out great. Another thing you might notice is that I'm just using the broil function on my oven to toast the bread. I have a toaster, but unless I'm doing like multiple bagels or something like that, I just stick to my broil function in my oven. It works great. So all right, so I'm just gonna sit down, take a little break, and eat my breakfast and drink my coffee, and then I'll probably gonna start the bathroom next. I say that like I don't already know, but that's what's coming next. The first thing I'm going to do in the bathroom is sort the laundry and get some of that started. We have quite a bit that piled up over the week. So I'm going to start with that and then probably clear the counters, wipe them down, tend to the toilet area. But I am going to leave the tub for Mason. He has one of those sponges that you put on the Ryobi drill and then you can clean with a sponge. Super fancy. He likes to use it, so I like him to use it. I don't like cleaning the bathtub, if you couldn't tell. Okay, so let me start this load of laundry really quick. I go to reach for our pods and I'm like, oh crap, the container's out. But then I grab one. So it's kind of funny, right? You're supposed to, when you use these, there's like a little cold water bag that you put them in, but I don't have that. So instead I use a tack that's on my wall and I just poke holes in it and then I put it in the slot and it dissolves really good. I notice if I don't do that, it doesn't dissolve. Like I said, they have something you're supposed to buy to make sure it dissolves in cold water, but your girl got a tack and it works. All right, before I refill that, I realized it was there was some stuff at the bottom, so I'm cleaning it out really quick, drying it really good so that the pods don't get all soggy, and then I'm going to refill it really quick. We use drops to wash our clothes, and we also use it for our dishwasher. I really like it because it's plastic free. It's not made with a bunch of chemicals. It has some essential oils to have a scent, but it's not super strong. Okay, so now I'm in my bathroom and I was getting a little frazzled at first. I'm like, oh, there's so much crap on the counter. This is my side and then Mason's stuff is on the other side. So I'm just going one by one. I am going to leave the stuff on the counter that we use every day. It's just, I'm trying to be realistic, right? Like I'm reaching for it every morning, every night. I'm going to leave it up there. But at least I'm going to organize it. So I like to keep everything on that tray. And I noticed mine was kind of sticky. So I took it out, cleaned it, put it back down. And now I'm just clearing out the counter. All right, so I found myself back in the kitchen. I always find myself back in the kitchen. But we have these blueberries in the oven, in the fridge. We had them in the fridge for a while, and I had a feeling they were going to go bad if I didn't clean them and make them easy to eat, right? So I always soak them in white vinegar and some water and then rinse them really good afterwards. Then you dry them really good and then you can store them in some sort of berry bowl or just a regular bowl, whatever you have. All right, so now I'm moving into the back room. It's kind of like our work area, garage type vibes um, to start the bulbs. So for the dahlias, they said you're supposed to start them in potting soil. Um, and you're not supposed to put water in the potting soil. It says to keep it dry until you notice some growth from the eye. The eye is supposed to be sticking up. I wasn't sure what that was. I had to Google it for like 5 minutes, but I think I figured it out. That's it right there, I think is the eye. But some of them, it was hard to find. But I think I did the best I could, right? So first I start with the first bag of dahlias and I kind of wedge them in the soil. And then I take the second one and I just fit them where I could. Again, I'm not supposed to water this, so I didn't. It felt kind of weird, but I guess they'll start molding if you water them too soon. So I was running out of potting soil, so I grabbed a little bit more to top it all off before I put the other bag in. So we've been growing our own like food in the spring and summertime for I would say like 4 or 5 years. We always have a garden, but I've never done a cut flower garden. So I'm really excited to try it this year. I love going to the store and buying like a bouquet of flowers. Trader Joe's is awesome for that because you can just buy a bunch of different varieties and then make your own bouquet. Or, Costco also has a really pretty pre-made bouquets for pretty inexpensive. So if I make my own flowers though, all I'd have to pay for is the bulbs initially and I would have cut flowers all summer. So that's why I'm trying it out. I read that the gladiolas, which is what I'm doing now, and the dahlias are pretty like beginner friendly cut flowers. So we'll see. So for the gladiolas, I really hope I'm saying that right because I have a tendency to mispronounce words. So I've said it like 20 times already. But for these bulbs, you actually start them in water. And it said that you want like the top of the bulb to stick out. So you can notice growth on some of them already. So it was easy for me to figure it out. But I didn't want to like soak the tops because you're not supposed to completely bury them in water, just like a 1/4 inch it said. So I'm trying to be careful and avoid the actual bulbs and just start filling the sides with water. All right, so now that I have that nice and watered, I'm just going to put these in my house on a shelf where it gets a good amount of sunlight. But I don't want to risk getting the shelf dirty, so you'll see me put like an old towel on it. Not the most aesthetic looking thing, but it's worth it to hopefully have a cut flower garden this summer. And then after I set these up here, I'm going to take a shower. I need to wash my hair. So I decided to share some clips of me brushing my hair because, it's very curly. And I just want to be real. Like, it is a lot to work on. And I brush it before I get in the shower because I find myself like spending 10 minutes in the shower trying to brush it out and like wasting the hot water. So I usually get a wide tooth comb and I start brushing it before I shower. And then again, when I have conditioner in my hair, but I just cut that time down a lot by doing it before. So wish me luck. All right, I'm out of the shower and I already put gel in my hair and then I put that plop on. I only wear it so I can get my hair out of my face while I do my skincare. I decided I would just show you guys everything I do after a shower. Also, I've decided to slug today. And that's where you do your skincare products and then you put like Vaseline on top of it and it like really seals it in and helps your skincare penetrate, I guess. I don't know. That's my best explanation. And then like later tonight or tomorrow morning, I'll wash my face again and wash it all off. But I find really good results when I do this. So I just thought I would share it with everybody. I'm using COS RX. It's a Korean skincare line and all right, now that I'm all clean, I think I'm just going to relax for the rest of the day. I'll go out into the living room and paint my nails and turn on a good YouTube. I'll take you guys with me for the ride. If you're watching this far and you've enjoyed my video, please like and subscribe. It would really go a long ways for my little beginner YouTube account to start gaining some momentum and some traction. I want to keep making these videos. I really enjoy it. All right. Well, thanks again, guys. And I'll see you next time. Bye.